Are you looking for a place to get out of your daily home routine and collaborate with other like-minded individuals? Then join us at Workfind 209, where we offer shared workspaces for entrepreneurs, startup companies, freelancers, small businesses, and growing enterprises. Here you can work independently and collaboratively, experience networking opportunities and business growth. Come build a stronger community in a space to start, develop, grow, and launch. Check out workfind209.com.
Welcome everybody to Eric and Lynda Live. It's Tuesday, about 6:02. We're running a little bit late, but it's all good. I'm Eric.
And I'm Lynda. Welcome to our show, everyone. And I'm glad this is our second show from when we came back from vacation. Still feeling refreshed.
I need another vacation.
Yeah, you know, actually, I feel like I do need another vacation.
You need a vacation from the vacation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? I am reminded every day of how I'm blessed.
Yes,
and I
absolutely.
thank God that, we can do another live show, right?
Yeah, thank God we're here.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have a wonderful guest. I can't wait for him to come on our show. But first, let me explain what Workfind 209 is. We're a co-working space out here in Tracy, California. We started in 2019. The pandemic hit, and we didn't have anything to do. So we started these Eric and Lynda live shows.
Yeah.
And we were doing it for half an hour at a time. And then met Shell T, our producer. She made it better. She made us better. And now we're on for an hour with commercials that she has produced and created for us. And we play this amazing pick a number. Yeah. 1 through 50 game. Yeah.
I think she's a little rusty here because she's flown. But there we go. It's all good.
Yes,
it happens to us all. The number's up, gang. Pick a number between. Yeah, it does happen to me too. Close the number without going over is the winner. One winner will win $10 Amazon gift card. But guess what? Last week, no one won. So we're at $20. And we got some extra special money to give away today too. So you want to stay tuned for that extra special money because that's a bonus. That's like a double up. You know? Yeah. So
double up.
Good. Double up.
Yeah.
Double up.
With Amazon.
Yeah.
So, but you have to be present to win.
Yeah. So stay on the show. Check us
all
out
through the end. Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Bruce? Bruce out there. Hey.
Hi, Bruce.
Yes. So Workfind 209, we are a co-working space, like Lynda said, remote workers, collaborations, events. We're doing a little bit of everything, due with the pandemic, things kind of change and they shift from time to time. And we wanted to share what we're doing coming up soon. Bingo. Yes. We will be doing bingo at our space starting in September 17th, Fridays and Saturdays, we'll be doing bingo. So that's pretty exciting, something new for us. I mean, we're always looking for different ways and things to enhance what we do for our community. And this has been something that people wanted. And so we're going to give it to them and we'll give it a shot. So check it out, tracybingo.com. You can sign up for the updates. If you want to play bingo, you like playing bingo, you know somebody that likes bingo, check us out.
Yeah, we also did a roundtable today, the Entrepreneurs Roundtable. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, we had somebody from Tel Aviv join our meetup group. Yeah, it was really interesting. Eric's gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, check us out on our meetup page. I'll put that out in the chat. Join our group. It's called Entrepreneurship at Workfind, and so we just chat with entrepreneurs all around the world and try to figure out ways that we can collaborate and we can bring synergy and we can put some positive resources into what they may need. So check us out on Meetup. It was really amazing today. Tel Aviv, that's all the way somewhere.
You know what though? The foundation of everything that we do is really helping people We give of our time, and we supply resources. And even to our listeners that watch our Eric and Lynda live show, it's really about you listeners, that we want to deliver something that you can take and run with and make it beneficial to you. So we gear these live shows to our audience. And so if there's a topic, hi Juanita, if there's a topic that you want us to cover, or a person that you feel that we should interview, please let us know. Email us. Go to our website, Workvine209, or info@workvine209.com, and we'll be sure to get that on our schedule.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, we've had some really exciting people, and they really enhance what we do. They've enhanced even you guys as viewer, because we've gotten a lot of feedback from you saying, "Hey, that was great. I'm now talking to this person. What this person said helped me." And we're always looking to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, right? Through whatever it is that the individual we have on our show does. And so, it's never failing that, it's always something that take away for us and for you guys, because we thank you guys for always being a part of our show and always checking us out. So you guys make this show. Not us. It's you guys, the viewers, because probably if we had 0 viewers, we'd probably be like, oh my God, like, what are we doing? No. We'd probably still do it anyway.
Yeah, we'll still do it. Anyways, it's time for our commercial break. And then we're going to we're going to introduce our guest speaker. I can't wait.
Yeah, so we'll be right back after this commercial.
Welcome back, everyone. That was Flip Furniture out there in Stockton. We love Flip Furniture, or is it furnishing? I always say furniture. But anyways, you'll find it in Stockton. We bought most of our furniture from Flip.
Yeah, they're coming by today.
Yes,
drop off some more stuff.
Yes, so go check them out. Anyways, Eric, will you be so kind?
Yeah, so this gentleman that we're going to be bringing up next is all the way from the Bay, Oakland, California, Brookfield Village, one of the spots, one of my old stomping grounds. He is a musician, he's a drummer, he's a wellness activist, and let us welcome Michael Spencer. What's up, Michael? They're busy working, huh?
Yeah, how you doing?
All right,
No, I'm actually looking at a message, trying to send some things. So
it's all good, man. Welcome to our show, man. Thank you for being part of our show.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about Michael. And I know we chatted a little bit, and you started playing like at what age?
Man, I've been playing music since I think I came into the world. I was probably playing inside my mama's stomach. But yeah, so I mean, I was kind of born into it since the age of 3. My dad has a picture of me crying on stage because he put me on stage and made me play the drums in front of an organization, and I didn't want to do it. So, but I have the picture. I was 3 years old.
Wow. So you started at 3 drumming.
Been drumming since about 3. Yeah.
All right.
Professionally since 12. 13. I think I was drumming professionally in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
Traveling and everything. Some of my counterparts would say that I peaked early because I got so much opportunity at a young age.
Wow. Yeah. So, and your dad played, right? He was a musician as well.
Yeah, my dad is a musician and an educator, retired educator. He and my mom. So I kind of grew up in that community. You know, all of the musician educators were my mom and dad's like comrades. So I grew up with my teachers being at the house.
Wow.
So I kind of had to stay on the straight and narrow, even though I did veer, you know, here and there. I am human, but I had, you know, I was looked upon as a person who's supposed to keep it all together. So I tried to do that. You know.
Wow, that's great, man.
So you also teach too,
Yeah,
right?
I teach. I taught for 8 years in the public school systems. I taught in the Oakland Unified School District as well as Berkeley. I did like teacher's assistant work. I brought in drumming to the after school programs. And as well, I helped pretty much build the charter school Aspire on 80 something St. Benedict's charter school right there. Yeah, I was in on the ground floor of that in 2012. So I brought my drumming up there and helped them build the library and did a bunch of things to get that campus ready.
Wow.
That's amazing. Can somebody hire you for like an event to do drumming, or
Sure. I belong to an organization right now under the name Brothers of the Drum, and we bring mental health and wellness drum circles inside of the juvenile facilities and reentry population right now, and I took it under that label into the San Quentin Health Fair back in 2017. I did a San Quentin Health Fair, had a stage out there on the yard for me, and that was pretty successful. And then so from there, I came back and, you know, I started bringing it. I found ways to bring it into the public health department, which I now work in it as somewhat of a social worker. I do a care coordination and family outreach to the underserved in Alameda County through the public health department, Fatherhood Initiative program.
Wow.
You know, I got a quick question, another one. So did the pandemic, how did that affect your
well, the pandemic actually made me stronger. I mean, it affected my job because we had to stop services as normal, and we were deployed into different things, right? But so I was deployed to the food banks, and I was delivering food all around Alameda County to the people who were suffering from COVID. So I was out there. I mean, I'm a first responder, and you know, and for me, I love my community where I come from, so I didn't mind at all. You know.
Wow.
And I created my own business in the pandemic. So, and I found ways to bring the drumming even more so into the public health department.
Wow, that's great. I know Nell Hawkins, she said music is a universal language. Thank you for bringing it to the youth and incarcerated. Yeah, because I mean, it takes a village, right?
Yeah, we made our kids take up an instrument when they were little, you know, either sports or an instrument. But, you know, our son did the snare. So did you teach any of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely teach rudiments. I teach the snare. I learned, you know, I'm from Brookfield, so I go way back to, I'm telling my age, but I go way back when I think corporal punishment was still, when I was in elementary school at Brookfield. And so, you know, I remember we used to do marching band, and on Halloween, we would march around to Tassafaranga and march all through East Oakland in our costumes. And, you know, I was the lead drummer. So, you know, I still live and die by those rudiments. I mean, the Bellwind book series, I teach that very much so privately right here in my home. So
nice.
You want your son to get some of this rudimentary language, I can definitely give it to him. You know,
wow, that's good.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny because when my son had to choose because snare practice and football was at the same time, so he had to pick, and he ended up playing football. But when he was marching in the band, Oh my God, Eric and I were like paparazzi. We were
Yeah.
like, oh man, oh my gosh, my son. We were so
yeah.
excited.
And see that's just something like kids, even my kids, they learned instruments, but none of them really took it up for like a liking to it enough to do it for a career. But my oldest son is doing some rapping now after being a top 10 guard in the state of California in the ninth grade at Salesian. He decided to go back to public schools and decided to start rapping. So
wow.
But he plays several instruments, but he's just not into it like that. So I don't force him. But if you can keep it around, I'm living proof that if you can keep the music around in your family and your culture and your traditions, that it gives you more of a tool socially to thrive, to thrive, because I traveled a lot of places around the world before I got out of high school.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
And then when I got out of high school, I knew about it, so I started doing it on my own. I was like, well, why not? So.
And you played with some of the tops, the Pharoah Sanders, John Hayes, Najee, Dave Bernstein.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
You was doing it.
Man, growing up in the Bay Area, this is one of the meccas for music. And a lot of the drummers that I taught are big time now. These guys are out there playing and traveling.
Wow.
So, it's definitely a benefit and a privilege and a pleasure to be raised out here in the Bay, because everybody comes through. I mean, I was rubbing elbows with Prince in high school. Sheila E. Escovedo's was around the corner.
Yeah.
It was just all right here. So I got to play because of my dad. He'd have George Clinton and be coming through the house when they're in town, the Whispers. Everybody be right over at my house in the den.
Just hanging out, jamming.
I got to play with Lenny Williams, Tower of Power, just because I was a 12-year-old drummer, and that's part of the that's part of the institution that you go through when you come up in the Bay Area. If you're serious about your instrument or your career, you're gonna be introduced to everybody coming. You will. And I even rubbed elbows with some, y'all probably don't know about him, but there's a guy in Monterey Jazz Festival, 1986, guy named Clark Terry, who was an old trumpet player. Wow. And he made a thing called Mumbles with Oscar Peterson. Oscar Peterson passed away. I think Clark Terry might be passed now too, but these were people who set the tone for Roy Hargrove and Miles Davis, and other people of that echelon. So, it's been in my blood, man. And although I had, I peaked early, according to a lot of my peers, I was able to develop that drive within me to continue music no matter what. Even when I was working jobs, I had music. I could always turn to it. So.
And that music got you that John Handy Award, the first scholarship award at San Francisco State.
Yes, it did.
Right?
It did. And I think I went back to school at 36 and got that award. And I had to compete against young, phenomenal drummers that I knew. I mean, I knew these guys. I knew some of them, and I felt like some of them were just as good as I was, if not better. So it was really an honor to go back to school at 36 and get that.
Wow,
that is an honor.
Yeah, and before that, when I got out of high school, I had a scholarship to Berklee School of Music that I passed up to start playing with my good friend Jeffrey McCormick, who was known as Jay Spencer around the Bay Area. And so we both had scholarships, but we passed it up because he had a record deal and we was going to become stars, So we didn't feel like in school,
That's great, man. We're gonna go to commercial, and right before we come back, we're gonna show a little clip from you.
Okay, from the drum circle.
Yeah, so you guys stay tuned. But guys, remember, we got that number up game. Put your numbers in between 1 and 50 without going over. the number that we picked, you win actually $20 gift card. And stay tuned because later on we got another giveaway as well. So it's going to be pretty exciting. So we'll be right back after this commercial.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Michael Spencer, and we just saw a clip from
Brothers of the Drum.
That's right.
Wow.
Wow.
That was cool. That was
pretty cool. Check him out on Instagram. That is his Instagram. You want to see more of that? Check out the Instagram.
You know, so is it hard to learn the drums, or is there a particular one that's harder than the other, or
Well, no, I'm a trap drum player by trade, so I play the drum set. I'm known as a jazz drummer throughout the Bay Area. Wow. But I picked up percussion and djembe drums because a lot of the drummers that I know, world recording renowned drummers, are also percussionists. People like Babatunde Oli, who moved to Pittsburgh, Mingo, who played with James Brown. So these guys are all phenomenal drummers, but they also play percussion. And so, I naturally picked it up. Dr. Elliott took me to Africa in 2004 to perform in the Ghanaian Jazz Festival and Choral Festival. So when we did that, we had to bring back those pretty drums and learn about it. We learned from master drummers about the concepts of it. We learned about the West African culture, how they use drumming in everything that they do. They celebrate everything and they use the drum. So, and it's a very healing concept for their culture. So we kind of brought that back with us and been doing it ever since. Yeah.
So what is working, in juvenile hall over in Alameda County? How does that help some of these youth that have been incarcerated?
Well, it basically, make a long story short, it changes their mindset. We're talking about restorative justice here. We're talking about reentry, right? Yeah. So these guys need to, they've been incarcerated and they've been marginalized and they've been made to feel like they're not normal. Yeah. So this drum circle is an activity that gives them normalcy. It helps them, relate to each other as well as other people that they don't know, and gives them a sense of leadership. Gives them a sense of accountability. They're learning things and they're having to show that what they're learning. And as well, they're able to, have a different mindset and have hope again and be hopeful that they can and develop skill sets to re-enter society and from a normal platform. They don't have to feel like, okay, we're these people who have been incarcerated because we're bad and this and that. No, you're normal people. People make mistakes. So you find that out. There is no there is no mistakes actually in my drum circle. So I don't hold them to learning how to play drums per se. I hold them to changing their mindsets and letting the drum heal them, heal the trauma that they've been through.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good, man. You're doing some good work, man. You're doing some great work. Yes. Yeah. So, and now you have a manual or a book.
Yeah.
That you wrote for that.
We have a curriculum workbook because once we landed this contract, we had to come up, with some paperwork to show what we do, because if it's not documented in Alameda County, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, I wrote a testimonial and documented it inside of public health from my work inside of San Quentin, which totally changed the atmosphere of their health fair that they do. We had like 264 volunteers. I was one of them, and I had a line which was empty when I first set up and arrived. The stage guards and some people helped me. And the medication line was the longest, of course. And then they had all these other services around. They had a few people sprinkled throughout. So I didn't have anybody. So what I did was I just said, okay, well, I'm just going to start playing the drum. I set up my drums in the chairs on stage, and I just sat there and started playing my drum. And the drum calls you, and I know that. I knew it all the time. I knew what would happen. So it called this one particular young man who was incarcerated. His name was Fierce, and he used to do drumming in Santa Clara, and he said, hey, can I drum with you? He said, watch this, watch what we do. Now everybody's going to start coming. And this young man started drumming with me, and I started drumming with him. We were exchanging things, and he laid the drum down and started beating his hands on the sides, and he started bleeding. And right after that, I don't know why it happened this way, but I knew the drums would call people. And right after that, I saw 3 of my students from the Berkeley Unified School District.
Wow.
They came and walked up to me and apologized for being incarcerated. They said, man, we're sorry that you're seeing us like this, Mr. Michael, but, this and the other. And I was like, don't apologize. Just do what you got to do. Get out of here and don't come back. And they came and sat in the drum circle. And then next thing I know, my line was almost as long as the medication line. Guys from older generations and younger generations than I was coming up to me, showing me things that they knew about drumming. So it became an exchange. Like I respected them for showing me stuff because I'm still in the learning process as well. And I had guys, lifers, coming up to me saying, do you know this? And can you do that? And, we had a good time.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
They're, doing it. What I'm trying to do is catch the young men before they get to prison.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before the pipeline to prison starts, So I get them, if I can get them early. I started doing pod schools in the pandemic as well. And a young man that I do business with, his name is Jamal Williams. He has a pod school in Berkeley. And so he had young men.
Pod school.
Well, pod school is where people would send their kids when, it's like homeschool, but it's a safe place where they can only have so many, and it's a school set up kind of like a daycare inside of a house where the portion of the house is used for schooling. And parents would drop their kids off to Jamal at 2 o'clock or one, not 2 o'clock in the morning at 10.
Okay.
And so he'd have them from 10 until like 3. And it'd be like less than 10 kids, so they could utilize social distancing and whatever they needed to do. Wow. And so, this really took off. And so a lot of people were developing these pod schools. And now that we're back and their kids are back in school face to face, they're coming up with a lot of COVID cases. So these pod schools are going to probably be around for the rest of life as we know it.
Wow.
And that's where I can get them early, because I had young men that had been, shot at 14, young men that had been, beaten by their parents. And those were some of the success stories. Like I have some young men that are ready to come into the juvenile facility when they're able to be cleared. And they can deliver my curriculum and I can pay them,
Wow. That's a blessing. So you're teaching the teachers
Yes.
Right. Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah, it is. Changing lives. That's powerful.
Man.
And getting them before, changing the trajectory of where they were going.
Yeah, that's the goal.
By giving them something, that they will, take to another level if they, grasp onto it.
Yeah, that's the goal, because we get a bad rap. I mean, I'll go as far as to say African American men get a bad rap. Men of color get a bad rap, and just there isn't a lot of advocacy for us because we have this image that has been put down because of certain statistical data.
Yeah,
and mainly is that most of us are in prison.
Yeah,
I mean, Latino and Black communities still dominate the prison population. So,
man, that's powerful, Michael. Man, when we come back, I want you to share a little bit of how people, if they're interested in, hiring you or maybe coming to a pod school or maybe learning so that they can go out and teach. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then we got a call to action that we're going to be sharing too, as well. So, yeah, man, that's great stuff. Great stuff, Michael. All right, we're going to go to commercial break right about somewhere in between now.
All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up. Telling the brother calm down, and fit a square with a round hole. Cause every time that I come around, I turn it as loud as it go. Sipping the rock, pink collide, or give me the lime. Ready or not, give me a sign if you want me to stop. Giving it to you a cappella, the music will drop. One at a time, singing a rhyme on the drop of a dime. It's got time to shine, baby. I'ma break it down until it's liquid. Turn up, stir it up, call it biscuit. Hold up, I'm turned to the max. So loud, I got a deaf mute in the back. I'm not gonna do what it does. The first time that you heard your name on the track. All the way up, turn it all the way.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Michael Spencer. And those commercials, by the way, that was Black Jewel Photography. Check him out. He's done a photo shoot for us and in his Image Barber shop. Check it. L.A. Jackson was in the music for his. I love that commercial. It makes me want to just
all the way.
Yeah. Can you drum to that?
Oh yeah, I can drum about anything. Yes,
hey, Mary Connor's on. Bernadette Giles.
Yes.
What's up, Bruce? Again. Great job, Michael. Hey, yes, it is. It is an important show because he's making a difference. Michael's making a difference in the lives, and he's starting early. And we all need to be part of that. Whatever skills and tools we have, let's use them to save our youth from coming to juvenile hall, to the penitentiary, whatever it is, right?
Yes.
So we're going to talk about what?
We're going to talk about, I guess, some giveaways. We're going to give away.
Let's talk about some giveaways. Yeah. Let's talk about how people, if someone wanted to hire you, or they want to use your services.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So first of all, you can reach me on my email address, SpencerMichael@sbcglobal.net, and We also have an Instagram page called Brothers BROTHAS of the Drum, and there it is on the screen. And we have our Instagram page, and as well, I have my personal Instagram, Michael Spencer 418. And on the Instagram, you can find out, what we're doing in community. We sometimes do commercials on there as well. We record our community circles that we do every week. We just do snippets of it, and you can kind of get a feel for what it is. And it's open to all. We don't. There's no bias in our community drum circles. I have people from all walks of life who come out and join us in the community. But we do offer this as a service. So, and we are a business for profit. So we do, because we got to keep our drums intact. We got to get, we got to bring the stuff to different facilities. And so we incur some costs in providing this service. So we do have a charge, but it's reasonable, and it's a sliding scale. So
you got to get paid.
Of course you do. But so, like, if I wanted to take drum lessons, do you have it digitally, or I would have to come out to you? Or
I can do drum lessons digitally, and accept payment via Venmo, PayPal, what have we. But I prefer to do my drum lessons in person. In that, if it's just one-on-one, we can show some distance. That's not a problem. And even in my drum circles for organizations, individuals, and communities, we spread the drums apart where you're 6 feet and we have masks. I work for the public health, so I come equipped with the CDC sanitization spray and what have we not for the hands, and the mask and the gloves, whatever is needed. I pretty much have that. So, it's pretty, I've been able to continue this clear through the pandemic, actually. And so it's worked out, and there have been times when, they said, no, we're shut down. You can't be outside. But other than that, if it's, unless it's kryptonite, I'm like Superman. I'm at it.
You making it happen.
Yeah. Sir. So, but private lessons are, I have a studio set up in my garage at home. I run my business from home. And we are hopefully going to attain a training center / school within the next 3 to 5 years to have a facility to actually render these services.
That's a blessing.
Would you say like anyone can learn the drums if you wanted to learn, or?
I would say anyone can use the drum to heal and intake the healing concepts of drumming. Yes. I would not say you can go out. Everyone can go out and perform drums, perform with people because you come partake in this, but that's not a requirement, for this. What you're getting out of it is not only drum lessons. You'll be able to make the choice if you want to continue with the drumming lesson part of it, but what you will get is you'll get definitely the healing concept behind it. You will heal the low tones. Are for the muscles in the body. Yeah, it's been clinically proven, and the high tones are more for the heart. So, definitely come in and you get some healing, and healing is open to all. There's no bias in healing.
Wow, that's really good. So there's different types of drums, right?
Yes.
There's the ones where you were tapping.
Yeah, those are djembe drums. We conduct our service with djembe drums, which are West African drums.
Wow.
They, mambraphones. They're made to connect. They're made to communicate.
Wow.
And so, this healing concept is brought over from Africa, but it's been around since the beginning of time. And we actually had this before modern medicine. So we're just trying to bring back some of the root of healing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because the first thing I thought, when you say drums, a lot of times you're thinking drum sets. You're thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always thought I could do that, but
Yeah, it takes some, what they call it, being ambidextrous. But it also, music in general, it makes you use more of your brain than you normally would. So what I try to do as a drummer and as a person who's trying to help people heal is I try to get them to breathe and understand the concept of breathing, and also listening and intaking what's happening, not just listening on the surface, but listening in that you can 70% of all sickness is mental. So if I can mentally engage you into the fact that you're actually healing yourself, and you can rub the drum, and it's like listening to a shell and hearing all the different things you hear from the ocean, and you can close your eyes and you can start to calm yourself, and you can center your mind and body through breathing, so that you're more ready to intake what's happening.
Yeah, I could feel that, man. I mean, 'cause I'm just thinking, like, I like jazz, I like Grover, I like Najee, and there's a time, their music just does something. It just calms me, it relaxes me. I'm riding my bike and I'm just kind of just smooth sailing, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Now you got me ready to go get my drum. We might have a session.
Yeah, go ahead. Eat away, honey. Eat away.
Yeah, it's a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing. And I've been invited through an organization, because I teamed up. I went around and did research. This is not just something I just decided to do. I did research, and I actually participated in other drum circles for about a year with Dr. Elliott. And so we had been invited, but COVID hit, to come out to Fresno State and do our drum curriculum for some of the faculty who have to talk to people of color about Black Lives Matters, and kind of get them to understand what's going on, the concept behind that. So it's opened up a lot of doors for me.
Wow.
And I'm planning on walking right through them.
Yeah, amen.
Yes.
Yeah, amen. Wow, man, you're doing some wonderful things, man. I can't see for your next. I mean, thank you for just sharing and being a part of our show, and talking about that healing part, and working with the youth. There's so many things that you're working on in the community, and we need more people like you, to make that difference.
And I'm trying to spread that seed, and train brothers so they can do this. So anybody who wants to learn about it, or know about it, and just contact me via email or what have we, and we'll get something going. And I do as well do private lessons, drum lessons. I've taught many young giant drummers from around here. I could start naming off a few, but I won't even go there.
That's all good, though.
Touring and playing, huh?
Yeah, I was just thinking, what would be great is couple drumming sessions.
Wow. And that's exactly a concept I came up with, and I've been working on that. Unfortunately, the person that I had started off working on it with, we split ways, but I still have that program, and I'm implementing that, and I'm definitely
that might be some healing for some
big. I'm trying to do it with a somatic therapist, which is a person who deals with the body in relationships, so touch and feel. So that's on the rise. So you tap in with me.
Yeah, we tapping in. We signing up. Sign us up.
And I would, cool. And I would be remiss, I promised that I would mention that all this started from, I said I peaked early. I was doing this music. I used to have to go over to my grandmother's house in Brookfield Village all the time. And we had garage bands back then. And I had a band with Bruce was a member of. We were called the Stash City Players. I was the youngest player in that band. I was the drummer. My auntie was the singer. Bruce was helping with production, playing piano and trumpet. and we had a band, and we were competing with all the other bands, because people say it started in New York, but we out here on the West Coast, we got something to say about that. We had garage bands and the doo-wop singers and all that, the whole nine. So yeah, we had Stash City Players, and that's where I started all this way back in the day, elementary.
What a blessing. We got to get Bruce on here, man, because Bruce is he's trying to stay behind the scenes. He's doing a lot of stuff.
He don't want to give it up, but I think part of his stepping out is turning me on to this and actually coming out and speaking more about our part in this, because there are a lot of musicians, educators who haven't been recognized that taught Tonys and all the and all the superstar groups, even Ledisi, her voice trainer, one of her first voice trainers was a young lady who has an institution. Her name's Faye Carroll, and you don't come up out here in the Bay Area without going through the Faye Carroll Institution. So we were all part of it. Yeah.
Wow. So we got some good news for those of you who are on the show right now. Right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we Michael and Bruce have decided to give away some Amazon gift cards as well.
That's awesome.
And so how much you guys giving away?
$20 a piece.
Oh, so is that two at 20? Two at 20. 20. All right. So stay tuned right now. You got to email them at Spencer Michael at SBC Global. The first two will get one $20 gift card, but you got to mention Workvine. You got to be Workvine 209 in the hair.
Workvine 209.
Eric and Lynda live show. I was getting to that part too. But yeah, so hey, send that email right now. $20 Amazon.
So you the first person gets 20 and then the second person gets 20, or the first person gets 40?
No, first person
gets 20. Yeah.
And then the second person gets first two.
The first two. Got it.
Yes.
Want to make sure everybody out there is listening.
All right, the first two. I hope y'all send y'all emails right there. Spencer Michael at sbcglobal.net.
Yes.
Wow, that's great. And then remember, our show, we're giving away $20 as well today, because
$60.
nobody. So that's $60 that we're giving away tonight. Put your numbers in, numbers between 1 and 50 without going over the number that we picked. You will win $20 from us. So that's $60 that's going out today, guys. Wow. Thanks, Michael, man. Appreciate you for being on the show, man. Keep up the good work.
Pleasure.
Stay in contact with us and let us know about,
the couples really seriously.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, we're actually, my dad is putting together a big band, and we're going to be performing out in September 11th in Vallejo.
Okay.
Vallejo Hall Historical Museum.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be a big band, and I think they'll be selling tickets. You'll be able to. They'll send out advertisement. I'll make sure I shoot it to you guys.
Okay, for sure.
We'll get through that. You can come check it out.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, thank you, man, for being on our show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right.
You guys are beautiful.
Thank you, man. This was great.
Thank you for
good information. We'll see you. Talk to you in a bit.
Okay.
Spent a lifetime learning how to be like you, learning how to walk like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time. Spent a lifetime learning how to see like you, learning how to love like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time.
Welcome back, everyone. We were interviewing Michael Spencer. Man, he is doing some things out there, and
he is.
you know, I'm like grateful for people like him that want to make a difference in people's lives and help them, you know, change the trajectory of where they were going, and getting them before, even working with people that have made a wrong turn, and you know, want to give them something to
hope.
Hope. That's, you know, and change. So yes, well, Eric,
Numbers
you know,
up, gang.
this is what you're gonna have to learn. Good job. Yes. I think, you know, the marriage couples drum thing. I think, look,
that would be fun.
You look a lot better.
Woo-wee.
Do that again. Yes. See, it makes me feel better. I can feel it in my heart.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Wow. All right, put your numbers in. 1 through 50. Here we go. This is the ball ain't coming out today. Here we go. Where are you? There it goes.
Well, good. You mix it up really well. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It is 18.
Number 18. Let's go back and look. Let's look. Sorry, Rose. She went over 27. Went over. Oh my. B, what's up? B went over. Oh, Bruce is 15. What's the number?
18.
18. Let's see. I'm going through.
Oh,
she beat it out by 1 number. Mary Connor is over. Michelle is the winner. Let's make sure she's still on, because she needs to make a comment. We're not sure if she's on.
She still needs to be on.
Yeah, make sure she is on the show. Wow, that was
a good
good.
show.
Yeah.
About the commercial, To Be More Like You. Yes, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Our producer is also the co-writer of
that show.
Yeah.
So coming up 2022.
Yes. I can't wait.
And I think they're maybe still looking for a venue, possibly, and also funding to produce it. And I think we have something here. Let me just see real quick. But yeah, they're looking for sponsorships as well. I know we're going to be a sponsor, but there's a little outline of how you can help to be more like you. And I know if Shell T is doing this, man, it's going to be powerful for those big ballers. Here we go. Look at that, because we need that paper to help out this show, because it's going to be powerful. It's going to change some lives. I know it is. I haven't even read the script or nothing, but I know the people behind it.
Yes, well, we interviewed
Shalene, right?
That's right.
Wow.
So,
great show. Hopefully you guys sent Michael an email. I'll just put it up just in case if you didn't. There it is again. They're also Michael and Bruce are giving away $20 Amazon gift card. The first 2 people that put in Eric and Lynda Live, Workvine 209 in the email. Wow. That's really cool, man. I mean, you know, I've never met Michael, but he was just right down the street, because I grew up in Brookfield. My grandmother was there. And, you know, I mean, Brookfield, you know, was also known for like the drug and the violence and the gangs. But, man, Brookfield still produce some really good people that are making a difference in the change. So you can't always, you know, judge the book by its cover.
No, you can't.
Cool. Thank you. She is here.
There she is.
All right. She is our winner today. She's rolling in the dough. Wow. Well, thank you guys. Just another shout out to our entrepreneurship for those of you who might have missed that as well. Check us out every other week. We're doing it online. Hopefully when things settle in, we'll start doing a hybrid, where we can do some virtual, where we can reach those people across the world, but be able to fellowship and talk to those businesses that are right here in our community.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. So it was a great show.
Right. Brooksville got some talented folks.
Yes,
right.
they do, Bruce. We are wanted to say that praying for the people that are facing tragedy right now, the fires, Afghanistan, everything that's going on, the new Delta
variant.
Yes, that has taken some lives. So we are very prayerful for all those that are experiencing hardship right now and just loss.
Yeah.
So know that we're praying for you guys.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's a wrap. Another show in the books. Thank you guys for being part of our show. We really appreciate all you viewers out there checking us out. Share with your friends. Tell us what more you want to see, and we'll give it to you right here on Eric and Lynda Live.
That's right. See you next time.
All right.